So it looks like end of day foundation. Like in this last hour, we go from this resistance becomes support. It looks like it probably go back and forth along this price line into the close, and the support can be trusted at least into the end of the close based on what I'm seeing here. But it does have a correlation here at the end of the day. There's a correlation with the Princess of Wands indicating an opportunity to open up a short position. The the art card's a little difficult to read in this position. It could mean a full retracement. It could mean like a pop and drop. We see it tomorrow as well, so it's pretty prominent around the high, it looks like. My sense is that we probably drop in the morning, rally back into a high midday, probably around like 1 or 1:30ish. We take a decline again into an important price level around the close. Science cards highlighted as around there's volume around this price level here. And the high is going to be a resistance level that we've come up against several times before in the recent past, and we're unable to break through. What's up, Ground Earth? Elon coin. Interesting. So we have this price level of support here at the end of the day. Like we turn this resistance into support. And then the following day we have a trade card as the Emperor card. So my sense is we probably drop overnight, or we open higher and there's like a decline in the early morning, and then we rally midday into the same price level that we had at the end of the day here today. Gotcha. I was wondering what that was. Tesla stock. Funny. nailed that high on the first, and then it looks like again on what, the third? Nailed those. It's a little off on that one, but I did get this sharp decline off of a crest here. Big move to the upside on the first. Unexpected move to the upside on the first, so pretty much nailed that. Looks like we've got more move to the upside tomorrow. Huh. Might be a bit of a gap down, an establishment of support, and then a move to the upside. But pretty much nailed the March reading so far for Tesla. I know there's quite a few people who have the paid version of the Tesla reading, so they're probably making some good trades based on that info. Wow, that Tesla reading is nailing it. Like, oh wow. Hey, AV, are you talking about with the S&P 500? Will tomorrow be flat? It's probably going to be a kind of like a sideways day, yeah, because there's two things. The prudence card in a lot of cases is kind of like a sideways rotation. It can indicate multiple false tops or multiple false bottoms, but overall behavior, it's kind of like a sideways thing in the case of this theme position. And then when we look at the 1 month for March, oops, sorry, move that out of the way. We've got another sideways card here for the 22nd. The end of the month is looking more like a low for me now. It's feeling more like the low. But in any case, based on what's going on here, so if you're just hopping on, end of day today we have this Emperor card, which in a lot of cases indicates a support level that can be trusted. C-A-N, can be trusted. So chances are what we do is some back and forth zigzagging along this price level here. Right, we turned this resistance, which was the truce card basically. This resistance here we turned into support. Hopefully, it looks like we might be breaking through, but in other case, right around the close, we have three crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend, and then trade opportunity here at the end of the day. The trade opportunity is going to be definitively bearish, which is why my sense is that we probably have a decline early in the morning. Followed by like a big unexpected move to the upside midday to reach for a high. And then there's like a pop and then a full retracement drop. A lot of price movement at the end of the day. We might see a high at the end of the day, but probably before the end of the day we see the high, is my sense. In any case, so I'd probably get out of long positions in the midst of this crisscrossing back and forth if I'm looking to do a swing trade. Tomorrow's a tricky day, being that's the prudence card is probably the hardest card to trade by. I try to avoid trading around the prudence card. Hey B, do you think it's time to buy puts on Meta? Interesting. Well, so far we nailed the high there, 15th, 16th, we had the high. Now we put the low around the 28th. It's gonna do some back and forth throughout the rest of the week. Like, there's a crest early in the day tomorrow for Meta, and then there's volatility. Possible another crest at the end of the day, but it's kind of like back and forth along, like there's a resistance towards the end of the week, but it looks like we probably go into a low around the 28th or possibly at the end of the month if it follows suit with the S&P. I'm sensing the S&P is probably going to fall at the end of the month. Look at this. We've got this right here, right, on the Meta reading. We've got this right here on the S&P reading. Interesting. There's a low somewhere in there for Meta, so I would probably be on the short side, but not with like this expectation that it's going to happen right away. I don't like to do sorry, wrong one. Meta, Tesla I'm looking for. I don't like to do price levels. I don't feel like the price levels are accurate enough. Do I feel like it could go to 250 before April? No. I don't think so. March. Right. No, it's not going to 250 before April, my friend. It'll probably go to 250 before the end of the year, but there's a big drop for Tesla in April. It's not a good month for Tesla, April. Hey, Vanessa. What's the market's direction at 2 p.m.? That's where we have a pop and drop just before 2 p.m. This is a really prominent pop and drop. There'll be like a big move higher, and that's an opportunity to open up a short position, followed by like a big like a full retracement and then move back down. And there's going to be quite a lot of price movement at the end of the day after we meet like a resistance level. There should be a lot of price movement. One could position themselves using options in both directions based on that price movement in the last hour. It looks like. We do open higher the following day. So that might even be a day trade. There's going to be a decline early on, followed by a pop and drop. That's an important price level. I think it's probably the same price level that we're dancing around with today, right? So like I said, we turned this white line here into, this was resistance, throughout the day, we successfully turned it into support. We went from resistance into establishing support here with 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend. Right, that's what's taking place here, and this is reliable support, at least in the sense of today. But what I would be doing is I'd be opening up a short position here at these levels to close probably before, in the midst of a decline, to close it before probably before 11 o'clock, like definitely before 11:30. Right, there's like this decline and then this unexpected move to the upside, out of the decline, back to this support level, right? The trade opportunity is the same as the resistance level, or the support level here at the end of the day. The trade opportunity tomorrow is the same card, so my sense is that's probably where it is. So you could close that short position probably early, maybe even open a long position for a quick scalp. Close the scalp like when there's the pop from the Fed, and then open up a short position, which you could probably scalp again by the end of the day.
Moons and Hummers.
How low do I think SPY will go by the end of the month? I'm a little off my game this month on the S&P 500 reading, so just putting that out there. Much junk on the chart. Probably around like the 387 to 385 range is my sense, based on where we are now. But we might have a low at the end of the month. It's possible that this low kind of got carried over a little bit. It'd have to be a pretty wild day to get back in track with this red ellipse here. And tomorrow doesn't really look like the wildest of days.
Hey, it was luck. Appreciate it.
What price do I see as the low for BTC? Let's see. 1 year. Here we go. What the heck? It just like took the wrong screen for whatever reason. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so this is like a breakout here. This is this ruin right here, what's taking place, and we should see a notable decline into early April there, but that'll offer an opportunity to open up a long position. Probably about the same, like the same around the 20K mark. What was the question? Dip on March 26th. Okay, let me see. Well, that dip, based on the March reading, that dip is happening after an important crest or peak, possibly a highest high. Just to be clear. Right, there's a highest high there around the 26th. We should do like a move. It's either there's a highest high around the 23rd or the 26th. It's kind of hard. It's somewhere in here between the 23rd and the 26th. I think probably the 26th, based on this card. A lot of the time, this card will indicate a new high of some kind, an abundance card. So what you want to look for is we'll have like this poke through resistance. We'll stay above it briefly, and then we'll break back down through it, and we'll have like we'll break down through multiple supports, and then there's an unexpected move out of a trough that decline forms. There's an unexpected move to the upside on the 27th. So it's not going to be like that big of a drop there, but like over that time frame, we should probably see lower price levels from the 26th down into the 30th, and then April wasn't looking so hot. April, look at this, guys. Not looking good. So the April Bitcoin, the theme card is the universe, which is like the biggest decline in the deck. To get it as the theme card is very bearish. But what's also important to point out, where's the March Bitcoin? The sneak preview card from March, the sneak preview card for April was the universe card as well. So that's really indicating a decline there, guys. This should be like the last, like, the low that this creates in April is the low that I would take as an opportunity to get into long positions, and it's probably going to be around there. It could possibly be lower, but I think it's probably going to be around 20K mark. Might go to like 17, but probably the 20K mark. Screen went. Oh, here we go. Why won't it? Yeah, it's somewhere between like 17 and 20, I think, is the low. So we got an end of day spike here, do we? Nice. Yeah, so definite opportunity right here to open up a short position in the midst of this move to the upside, guys. It'll be a quick trade out though. Right, there's a correlation to the Princess of Wands card here in the end of day move to the upside, which happens after we establish support. If you hopped on earlier, we were about here, and I said we've just broken through resistance, which is this truce card here, peace card, excuse me. And then we turn it into a support, which is what the Emperor card in a lot of cases indicates, support that can be trusted, it can be relied upon. And then you combine that with the three crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend, which we have here as the close card, followed by the beginning of a rally. And that's what you have. But remember, there's a trade correlation here. The trade correlation and a correlation to the theme card, both of those indicate bumping up against resistance as an opportunity to open up a short position, which I would probably close, looks like probably around 11 o'clock. There's a decline early in the day. It's hard to determine with the art card if we open higher or lower, because sometimes the art card speaks of a full retracement. Sometimes the art card is like a full move, a move higher with a full retracement of the move higher, and sometimes it comes after a card that was a move higher, and it indicates just like the retracement of that move. But my sense is whether or not we open higher tomorrow, we'll do some decline in the morning. Right, and then there's like a pop and drop that goes on out of the early morning decline. There's a move to the upside, and we come to a key support to establish a key support level at the high there midday. And my sense is that that's probably the same price level as where we're dancing around now. It's what we meet here midday tomorrow. So I'd look for an opportunity to exit the short position that I open up like now. Yeah, like right now. Open up short position, close it tomorrow before 11 o'clock in the midst of a decline. When I close that long position, or excuse me, that short position at around 11 o'clock, I would open up a short position for a scalp trade if you want to do a day trade. And I'd close that close that long position scalp trade when we meet that same price level around here, this 399.25-ish level, right? For a quick scalp. And then there's indication to open up a short position in the midst of this move. Like it looks like it'll probably happen. There's going to be like a pop and drop probably like before the main like information comes out, or as the before or as the main information comes out, but not so much after. There's going to be a prominent move higher followed by a full retracement of that move back down. And then a lot of price movement at the end of the day after meeting a resistance level, probably somewhere between like somewhere towards like the 3 o'clock mark. There's going to be a lot of price movement, allowing for the opportunity to open up a position in both directions. Hey Lou Tiffy. I will. I'll do that tonight. Hey Hassan, for April, are you talking about Bitcoin or S&P 500? Just buy Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin in April. Yeah. Hassan, are you talking SPY? Oops. It's not looking like it's going to be an end of the world decline. Where's April? I had April out. Here we go. It's not looking so awful in April, to be quite frank. It's not looking so awful. There's a prominent trough, and then there's a prominent peak there as well. Like, it's a good shot the lows are already in. There might be a really strong move to the downside here in September after like a peak or crest. But I think most of the fear mongering is going to dissipate. In the end of April, we were revisiting a crest that was recently a past opportunity. And then we get into highest highs as we make it to like June, July, and then probably even higher in October. Remember what I always say, when everybody's like the sky is falling, when like everybody and their mother thinks that there's a crash coming, that's when you've met the bottom. Right? Because what's the stock market? The stock market is a reflection of people's expectations of future prices. And if everybody's already expecting the crash, then those prices are already in, my friends. Rate hike is actually kind of unclear to me right now, so I'll not answer that just right now. Sometimes it doesn't come clear. It's not coming clear to me right now. Oh yeah, Hassan, I'm definitely bullish on the year. Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, it's not coming. It's not coming clear to me. Sorry, my man. For whatever reason. Well, what's clear is there's going to be a pop and drop. I don't know. It's looking like there's a pretty significant breakout. At least temporarily, there's a breakout in April, and then there's another breakout in August, September, which what leads me to believe we probably see a higher price level in October. There's also a breakout in December. But the real big year is 2024. That's the big bullish card to the upside. But it's like there's like all this fear in the market yeah. It's not as big a deal as they're making it. I think we probably see higher than 4,200. Man, I remember all the way back here when I was like, this is the last opportunity to open up long-term short positions. I was wrong. There was one more opportunity there. But look at that. My God, I timed that so well. I think we'll see 4,200. I think we'll see probably 43. I don't know. It's looking like a pretty bullish year to me, my friends. Um, 2024 is when there's a big push. We push the upper end of a range higher on a multi-year scale. That's 2024. Oop. I think right now is a good opportunity to get long on SPCE for sure. I'm buy and hold on SPCE until 55. I'll sell at 55. With that said, guys, I gotta roll. My dog's like really crying to go out. But much appreciated for watching. As always, make sure to follow the rule of karma, guys. This channel is about taking some of that competitive energy from the market and reallocating it to do good with the world, right? So make sure you're following that 5% rule, paying it forward, paying it backwards, and that leaves you with 90%. To make sure you spend that out of love. The universe will send it back to you tenfold in all directions. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.